Hey everyone, welcome to another match of Temur Rogues. Today we are playing Amulet Titan. Opening hand. Forest. The only reason this is a keep is because we have 2 Traverse, so that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to use Traverse, go get an island. It's a slow start. Some players might not like this kind of a start, but I think it's perfectly fine. We're also on a blind deck. We don't know what we're playing yet. Although that land gives us a clue. Odds are we are playing Amulet Titan. Of course we are, because I told you we are, but I wasn't sure when I was actually playing. I think... Yeah, so I'm using my traverses early on here just to get my lands. Because we have Magus of the Moon. And that's going to help us out a lot. If we manage to resolve Magus and they don't have a way of stopping that, we are going to be ahead by quite a bit. So let's see if our opponent does anything scary this turn. Alright. I guess Arboreal Grazer is going to resolve. They're going to get another land. It's still not a basic. So we are going to slam Magus of the Moon onto the battlefield. And then we'll cast our Mishra's Bauble after that. I don't care what our opponent's about to draw. All I know is that I want to give him as many mountains and nothing else as possible. And then we will attack. Oh, I did not attack in. Oh, right. Reach. Of course. All right. So it looks like Kev back then was in full control of the situation. It kind of does suck that we can't attack in yet, but hey, we got Huntmaster early on. We got all our lands. This is a good thing. We can start whittling away at our opponent. Now I'm going to attack in. There's no loss here. At least I get in for one. Our opponent did get a forest, which sucks. But they run quite a few forests, I believe, in the list. So it is what it is. Our opponent has a nice untapped mountain. Definitely going to be an uphill battle. Oh, there we go, Valakut. Well, that sucks. But luckily, right now, it's harmless. So we're not going to do anything, and we are going to wait till our opponent's turn, have Huntmaster flip. Yep. Alright. Primeval Titan, they still get it. I'm not happy, as you can imagine. What does matter, though, is that our Magus survives. Because if it survives, then all they have right now is a 6/6 Trampler, which is scary enough. But we need to make sure that Magus stays alive so that we don't let our opponent's main win condition do anything. Our opponent did cast 2 spells, which works for us. In which case, it would make sense for us to cast Thieves' Fortune now, end of turn. Because next turn, ideally, I don't want to cast anything. Okay, I guess don't have a lot of choice here. Lightning Bolt is better than Tarfire in this instance. Yeah, come on. There we go. We got rid of their reach. We will flip. Huntmaster doing its thing. We'll attack in with the only creature we can safely attack in with. And that's it. Off to the next turn. To have Huntmaster flip yet again. Beauty. It's just a beauty. That's exactly what we want. We'll target Primeval Titan so they don't have profitable attack if they do. Okay, they're going to do it anyway. Definitely double blocking. I don't care if there's trample damage. Okay, more mountains. I hope. Yeah. Field of Dead. Xmage having some trouble showing everything here, but yeah, we're gonna double block, get rid of Primeval Titan, and take some trample damage in the process. Can't do anything else. Another Primeval Titan. Alright. That's fair. Alright, Huntmaster gonna flip again. We draw another lightning bolt. We can use that next turn, not this turn. We're still gonna go chipping away at one. I mean, right now it's a board stall. Have Huntmaster flip again. I targeted Primeval Titan. I feel like it's really the only choice that we have. Realistically, though, I'm not going to fully block him. I mean, we're at 24 life. I feel like we are fine as we are. We're not dying just yet. And I do want some more play with Huntmaster if possible. So it looks like I'm willing to at least sacrifice a token, which I think is fine, because then we can kill Primeval Titan. Yeah, that was a good play. This turn, we get to play 2 spells. Oh, we get to play 3 spells. And draw a card. Look at that. Yeah, I almost feel like playing Obsessive Skinner over Tarmogoyf, because we're gonna, we're gonna pump one of our flyers now, and then pump again next turn. Yep. Come on, Kev. It's not a hard decision. There you go. So this is again another powerful situation. Another powerful situation that we're in. We're going wide. Our opponent's still locked. Yeah, I don't really care which goes first. Let's have some redundancy. There we go. Huntmaster pulling its weight. Look at that. That's a beauty. Yeah, it's game. All right, so an early turn 3, which is fair. Magus of the Moon managed to win us the game. So we got to start bringing in artifact removal. We got to bring in our 2 other Blood Moons. Please note that right now I actually have a split between Blood Moon and Magus in the sideboard, but when I was playing this version, clearly I had 2 Blood Moons. I think it's fine. The reason I switched to a Magus Blood Moon split is because I wanted to be able to search up for more Maguses if my first one gets destroyed. I think the choices we're making here, so Mishra's Bauble, I mean, the game will probably slow down a bit, believe it or not. Seal of Fire seems kind of redundant. It's not going to be hitting most of their creatures. So I think all of that is good. I'm thinking here, I'm okay, well, maybe I could get Blood Moon and just be tricky and cut myself off from blue, worst case. Looks like that's what I was thinking. Alright, that's risky. I wouldn't recommend this. I would not recommend this. It's still not a turn 3, still not a turn 3 Blood Moon, so. Unless I draw a card that gives me red right now. But I still wouldn't do that, because then I'll be blocked off from from green as well. Okay. So I do draw forest, which is good, because now I can traverse for an island. Yeah, I can traverse for an island and... mountain. What was I thinking? That was a misplay. That was a misplay. I think in my head, I was like, okay, I'm going to play the mountain and then play Blood Moon, but... oh no, I guess I was right. You see, this is the awkward hand that I kept and I shouldn't have. And this is a lesson to all of you to not keep that hand. Because now, fine, I'm going to play Blood Moon, yay. But I don't have an island. And that's a problem. But I chose this line. I'm going to stick to this line. Blood Moon. It is what it is. And we hope that it works. So our opponent plays a forest. Unfortunately. Does nothing. It's always nice to see. So the only blue source right now is Noble Hierarch. And if we use Noble Hierarch to play one of our blue spells, one of our blue creatures, which we are, it means we lose mana leak. And that's a problem. I probably should have just played Obsessive Skinner and been a bit safe. So I was a bit too cocky here in retrospect. I should have... First of all, I think I should have thrown away the hand. I should have mulliganed. But yeah, I mean, even if I kept that hand, which was relatively weak, this turn I should have played Obsessive Skinner instead, kept my blue mana up, so that I could counter whatever our opponent might be playing next turn. Looks like our opponent is stuck. Okay, nope, there we go. I think I just wanted to get everything down. I mean, I understand the line, but it's just a risk. Summoner's Pact. Yep. Right. So, not the worst turn I could have hoped for. Huntmaster. We'll go in and loot with il-kor. Yep. Draw. Lightning Bolt. We'll get rid of Fairy Miscreant. Yep. It's fine. And now we can play Huntmaster. Or we can wait. So here, finally, like a smart boy, I wait. Not sure why I did. Because they had to pay their Summoner's Pact anyway. So they weren't going to cast anything. So I should have played Huntmaster of the Fells. This is another mistake. And I knew it was coming. I should have mana leaked the Amulet. I don't know why I didn't. Way too cocky. Again, that was 100% misplay. If I think I was keeping my mana leak for Primeval Titan. No, I shouldn't have. I should not have. I think, again, I can't completely dog on my strategy here. And my strategy was, just race, just kill our opponent before they draw an answer, which I think is fair. We draw Noble Hierarch. Thing is, we don't necessarily want to cast it this turn, so I'd much rather, get rid of it. Use the land drop. Play Huntmaster and still have mana leak mana up. Engineered explosives. Okay. He only has access to 2 mana colors. So it would hit Looter il-kor and Obsessive Skinner. Oh. Beast Within. Now, mana leak target? Yeah, but they can pay for it. I still mana leak it to slow down another potential play they might have this turn. So I think it's a fair play, but now Blood Moon's gone. The question is, do we have enough to kill him next turn? We don't. With that second Valkyrie play, we are basically now boned. So we got our opponent all the way down to 7, and because of circumstances, we lose. Now, if you look at the way we lost in this game, was it necessarily because of some of the poor play decisions we did? Not really. Because it would have all gotten us to this point. Our opponent would have eventually drawn Beast Within. None of the misplays, at least the misplays that I call misplays, would have made him play differently. Here I forget that Blood Moon's gone, so I actually need to fetch for my lands. Yeah. So, it took me a few seconds to figure that out. Come on, Kev. Just hit cancel. They're fetches, buddy. Yeah. Okay. I remembered. Fetch. Fetch, you idiot. And get an island. We can get another forest. Playing a bit more conservatively here with the lands. Our opponent is adding mana to their mana pool. Another scary thing. Okay. What do I got? Dismember. Alright. So they're going to pay 2 life. Not 4. That's rough. That is rough. And because they have blocker... Yeah, I mean, that's it. They're going to block the 3/3 token, and then, what? Yes. Was I undoing my attack? I was. Because there's no way in, right? He's going to block the 3/3, and then I'm going to hit him for 3, and that's it. He's not going to block the 1/1 or the 2/2. Yeah, there's no line of attack that kills him this turn. Obviously. So I guess play it safe, but it doesn't really matter. Next turn, if he has just 1 land, it's GG. Yep. There we go. 3 damage to any target. So now he can chip away at all our creatures, and there's basically no way out of this lock. Unless we draw another Blood Moon or Magus of the Moon. Yep. And now he can play another one, and at this point I pretty much know it's game over, and I move on. Looks like I wanted this to play out anyway, but I definitely was aware that it was game over. So I mean, while we're being killed off here, let's just analyze. We kept a hand that was greedy. We thought we could get an early Blood Moon, which we technically did, but at a cost. And the cost was we didn't have early pressure. And we didn't have pressure in our hand ready to go the minute Blood Moon was down. So we kind of just had to, we just kind of had to draw into it. And by the time we had a board presence and we were about to put pressure, our opponent was able to draw his answers. That Beast Within really just set everything into motion. Tarmogoyf, I mean, again, doesn't really matter here. As long as he keeps playing lands, which he will. It's game over. I really want to stick through it, though. Look at that. I still haven't conceded. Come on, concede. Let's move on. I guess I just wanted to go through all the motions, but Tarmogoyf is going to go. Our token's going to go. I'm hoping that I draw, what, double bolt somehow? Or a bolt and a Tarmogoyf? Yeah, no, that land. Come on. I was really stubborn. I guess my thinking is, I mean, he still has to win. But soon he's going to be going to my face with his land drops. Really should have gotten rid of that Amulet of Vigor when I had the chance. I think that was probably the central mistake, is letting that Amulet of Vigor resolve. You know, if I had just mana leaked it, I mean, our opponent didn't get a second one. Okay, we draw another land. I'm still sticking to it, but there's just no way out of this. Without that Amulet of Vigor, even if our opponent destroyed our Magus and our Blood Moon, it would have just been different. It would have been much slower, at the very least, and he wouldn't have been able to kill off as many creatures in one turn. But you live and you learn. And another line. Concede. Alright. Finally. Game 3 it is. Do we really need to bring anything in? Yeah, I knew I was going to bring in Mana Leak. Spell Pierce, not really necessary here. It'd be dead card past turn 2. This is really as good as we can get. One Thief's Fortune. Okay, yeah, one Thief's Fortune makes sense. And, okay. Trying to shore up our Tarmogoyf size, I guess, is my thinking. So we start again with Magus of the Moon and 2 fetches that can get us a forest and an island. Odds are I'd probably go for a Steam Vents first. Yeah. And dig for that island. So we get a bolt and a mountain. Based on that, it looks like I'm ready to set up a risky play just to get Magus of the Moon onto the battlefield. We do get the Scalding Tarn, but this was weird sequencing. Very weird sequencing here. I'm not happy with that sequencing at all. I should have just... I mean, we didn't need the mountain. We did not need the mountain at all. I should have just scribed that away. So, very weird play on my part. Definitely don't do that. If you're ever in that situation again, don't do that with the cards I had in hand. I had no need for that red land. I had to dig for the Scalding Tarn, which I eventually saw. So, now, because of that misplay, I have to wait a turn before I play Magus. Unless, yeah, exactly. Just, I have to wait the turn. What am I going to do? Luckily, I don't see an Amulet of Vigor yet, but that doesn't mean anything because it could come down now. Doesn't. So Magus comes down this turn, and I think it's just luck that our opponent didn't have Amulet of Vigor. So again, that was definitely a misplay that I should not have done. It was weird sequencing, but it looks like we got there unscathed. Thief's Fortune is something I don't need right now. I want everything else more than I want Thief's Fortune. And we get Magus down. Can't do anything right now. He can play Dismember, though. He can play Dismember. By the way, I mean, we have a Traverse in hand. If we did have a second Magus, which I do now in my new builds, we'd have been able to go for it. So at this point, we're just going to attack in with Lutheril, hit the Exalted trigger, loot, see what we get in our draw. Engineer Explosives is interesting. Yeah, get rid of the land. The thing is, do we do Engineer Explosives for 3 or do we save it? I don't know. Me right now, I would save it. Let's see if that's what I was thinking back then. So we definitely want to go get a creature. Let's see what I was thinking of. Huntmaster, of course. I love my Huntmaster. I mean, we need to do it. We need to find a way to start chiseling. And we did it just in time because there goes our graveyard. It would have been brutal if we didn't do Traverse that turn. And actually, if we ended up going for Tarmogoyf, it would have been brutal again. In this case, no casts, which means our Huntmaster flips. And we'll definitely play 2 spells this turn. What am I getting rid of is the question. Not sure why I was thinking so hard. Yeah, Obsessive Skinner is clearly the weaker one of the 4 cards in hand. We'll play our other Tarmogoyf. And yeah, pretty swift win in this case. If our opponent plays nothing, it's game over. If our opponent plays something, it's game over. We can kill that relatively easily. Yeah, it's game. Alright. I guess I'm trying to be as redundant as possible, but let's be honest, it's game. We'll attack with almost everything. Beast Within. Okay. We're trying to keep Huntmaster... we're trying to not cast anything so Huntmaster flips next turn, but now that our opponent casts a spell, we're just going to bolt him and get it over with. I mean, I don't think it really made a difference. I don't think our opponent has anything here that's going to make him survive. There we go. I want to show him that I didn't draw the lightning bolt, that I had it the whole time. And it's game. So we beat Amulet Titan. I don't think that this is necessarily an opponent that, or a deck that we are favored against. It's not easy. We do play main board Magus 1 that we can tutor for, and we do have 2 more Blood Moon effects in the sideboard. But I mean, realistically, if we don't get those key pieces, we don't have much, right? This is a combo deck. Temur Rogues isn't the best against combo decks, but against combo decks like this, we do pretty well. but Blood Moon is essentially our silver bullet, or Blood Moon and Magus of the Moon are our silver bullets in this case, because usually combo decks, a lot of them in Modern at least, are very greedy on lands, especially this one, especially Amulet Titan. So Blood Moon is our key here. It's the main reason why I also got off of 2 Blood Moons and I went back to 2 Magus of the Moon. So I hope you enjoyed that. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. If you enjoy my content, please subscribe. And yeah, have a good one.